Hey guys, just wanted to share for a moment just the importance of recognizing the law of recognition. Now, in my opinion, when we began to talk about universal laws in the Christian community, I don't know if there's a lot of tolerance for universal laws, concepts like metaphysics, other thinking philosophies and thought patterns and processes from a natural perspective. Sometimes we don't really want to delve into those conversations. In my opinion, it doesn't matter whether you believe in universal laws or not. I believe they are real. I think God set up the universe for a reason, and our creator is an intelligent designer. And everything that God designed has a purpose, operates decent and in order, except us, of course, being a fallen creature. So the law of gravity, for example, is not a primary law because a primary law can be overthrown. It can be overridden by another law. So gravity can be overridden by the law of thrust, the law of speed, and the law of lift. And we have scientifically understood how to defy gravity. Obviously, we can lift tons of steel in the air and bring it down anywhere we wish at our command. It can be calculated to the very second. But a primary law would be something that's immutable. God is immutable. A primary law would be something that could not be overthrown, such as the sun coming up every morning. No matter what we do, no matter how we master science, we will never be able to change that event. The sun is coming up in the morning and going down in the west, no matter what we do or don't do. That is a primary law. So I'm saying this to say that universal laws are real, and you can step off a building any time of the day, midnight, 5 in the morning, 9 o'clock a.m. or p.m. You're going to find the reality of gravity if you step off of a building. It does exist. So there is a law of recognition that I just wanted to share briefly. I think we miss a lot within relationships because of the negligence. We neglect the law of recognition, and the consequences of that level of rejection or neglection can be consequential because the thief on the cross did not recognize who he was. However, the other one did, and he said to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise because you recognized who I am." I don't want us to take people for granted. I think we take one another for granted, and we get so used to one another and so distracted by what's familiar that we miss the value of the person standing in front of you, the very person who's asking for your attention. And the law of recognition is really important when you recognize who people are, because everybody want to be recognized. Everybody want to be appreciated. And it shouldn't be determined by the person's station in life, or how successful or how unsuccessful a person has managed their situations and circumstances. I think the call of God is to love one another, and by this man will know. If you love me with the love that God loved you with, without discretion, without judgment, I believe this will be a better place. Sometimes we're so hard on each other because we look at a person's predicament and we call a judgment on that, and we won't give the person $1 because they're asking for $1 to buy a beer or a cigarette if it takes a beer or a cigarette to get you through the day, I don't know what you're going through. I have no idea. But if I can help you get through the day, and it's going to only cost me $1, why not? That's between him and God. That ain't my place to determine whether this person should be smoking a cigarette or getting a beer to soothe his conscience or to help him deal with the rigors of life. I think we should pray for one another. It's not my money, it's God's money anyway. All these things that we believe that we own are on loan to us. And if you don't believe it, you think you own that home and you don't have the deed to that car, miss a few payments. We'll see who really owns it. The Bible even goes as far as to say your life is not your own. You don't even own your own life. That's an interesting thought. It's an in-house debate, a lot of argument around that issue. But I think it's relative. My point is, if we could respect and love one another and support and pray for one another, recognize that God is in control, not me, not you, but him. He's the author and the finisher of our faith. And when we trust that and believe that and let God be God and let every man be a lie, I think we'll have a better experience as human beings in this world today. I'm making an attempt to reach out to a particular audience. This is a spiritual platform that provides information that leads to transformation, because we believe in renewing the mind, transforming our thoughts, transforming our worldview, changing the way we do things and try to do it in harmony with the biblical precepts and principles found in the Holy Scriptures. I thank God for the insight and the revelation that he's blessed me to have, my understanding of the word rightly divided. And I just want to share it for his glory, not for mine. And if we could just help somebody, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, if I could show somebody he's traveling wrong, if I could help somebody along with a word or a song, then my living will not be in vain. I won't have a lot of money to leave behind. I may not have the fine and luxurious things to leave behind, but Dr. Martin Luther King said, I just want to live a committed life if I can just help someone to the glory of God. We're on the verge of a new life, a new experience. Every day God sends, you're on the verge of an experience like never before. We can choose to do the mundane things of life and repeat the cycles of yesterday. But I think we ought to pursue greatness and excellence. I think we ought to pursue the call of God in purposing why you're here, according to his plan, according to his purpose. And you'll have a sense of fulfillment, a level of peace that passes all understanding, the kind of peace that he talks about that's not in people, places, and things, but it's in you. And it's up to us to discover the peace of God that's in us. It's my responsibility to govern my level of happiness, my level of success, and the way I interact and choose to relate and within relationships and the relationships of my friends and family. I think we do a lot of judging unjustly because everybody has a right to choose whatever they choose to choose. I can't be mad at you if you don't see things the way I see them, because you have a right to believe what you choose to believe as a free moral agent. You have a right to choose whatever you choose to choose. If God gives you that right, who am I to take it away from you? Our problem is sometimes when we don't agree on things, we take it personal. And then we get in our feelings and now we're mad. Now we don't even want to speak. We don't want to have nothing to do with you. King talked about living in peace with one another. I think that's what we should pray to do. I think we should learn to accept one another, acceptance of truth, whether we believe it or not. The truth is what it is. And work on ourselves. I talk a lot about self-mastery, because if we could master me, if I could master me, if you could master you, I think we could master life a lot better. And we would do things that are more convenient. God bless you. I love you. Let's continue to pray. You're on the verge with a virgin. God bless you. Bye now.